what more can I say except thank you. Thank you to everyone who has been on this journey with me. Through the first Ultimate X match to 20 Ultimate X matches later, through multiple X Division championships, through multiple tag team championships, through winning the world championship. Impact Wrestling, this company, has given me a wonderful life, has given me a platform to express myself through professional wrestling for so long, and I'm extremely grateful for it. And thank you, everyone. It's been an honor. Thank you for being on this journey with me. I really appreciate it. I'm extremely grateful for all of you, especially those of you that have been there since the beginning. I wouldn't be here right now talking if it wasn't for all of you who have supported Impact Wrestling for all these years. So thank you very much. I love you all. I appreciate it. And who knows, maybe in 20 more years, I'll be here thanking you on my 40th anniversary. You never know.
Mike, I got to tell you, I was just standing 3 or 4 feet from Chris Sabin. I've never seen him, I've never seen that look in his eyes before. It's stone-faced. He refused to be intimidated by Bully Ray. Every tactic, every dirty trick Bully Ray has used to get in his head didn't seem to register, didn't seem to have any effect.
It's that total focus that Sabin was talking about on Twitter earlier this week. And I mean, JB, if you think about it for Sabin, almost like insurmountable odds. You've got to admire Chris Sabin for doing what he did in putting that X Division championship, cashing it in for this. But boy, being a betting man like I am, I just don't like Chris Sabin's chances.
Well, you got to look, and I asked him on our podcast, on our Impact Wrestling podcast this week, I said, Chris, is this too much too soon? Is this too much too fast? Coming out of basically sitting on the shelf for 2 years and now a World Heavyweight Championship title match, he said, I am ready. I've been ready for 10 years, and how can you be ready for that? Ouch.
Yeah, let's talk about that. June 2011, Sabin tore his ACL in the right knee. June 2012, Sabin tore the ACL in his left knee. And that ACL, it's the anterior cruciate ligament. It's one of the 4 major ligaments in the knee. It's so crucial in terms of stabilizing yourself when you turn or when you plant. It joins that upper leg bone with the lower leg bone. It keeps the knee stable. And Chris Sabin is taking the fight to the champion and using his leg power here with the strike. Oh, open hand slap from the champ.
He told me he's going to stand tall. He's going to be ready for whatever offense Bully Ray has ready for him. And you see he's doing just that, sticking to the game plan.
See the broken blood vessels on the chest of the challenger. Sabin able to fight back. You talk about strikes, rapid fire, forearms and elbows. Shot after shot. Champ rocked in the corner. Sabin goes to the mount. Piston-like rights.
Well, you try and tell me he's not ready for this. You try and tell me he hasn't prepared for this. Mentally, physically, he's ready. And this is his opportunity. He knows it. He's rolling the dice. He's got to watch that. You know, it's not just the fact that he sustained those 2 different injuries. It's the fact that the second one came in the very first match of his return from the first one. If you can imagine that mentally, what a toll that can take on you. Physically, obviously, unable to walk for pretty much the better part of 2 years.
Yeah, I think in terms of a game plan, in terms of strategy, we're seeing it play out right now. And yeah, we anticipated Bully Ray to work on the previously injured leg and knee of Sabin, but now Bully's got back up in the form of his aces and eights mates.
Not so fast. Not so fast. Look who's here.
Oh, you can just feel the tension.
Magnus Joe Rampage.
You can feel the tension, the emotion. Main Event Mafia, aces and eights surrounding the ring. In the midst of this World Heavyweight title showdown, champion Bully Ray, throughout the commercial break, continuing to work on the previously injured leg and knee of Chris Sabin. Bully Ray, this has just been difficult to watch, JB, all through the commercial.
Yeah, just spent the entire commercial break just dismantling the legs of Chris Sabin, and call him an opportunist, call him smart, whatever you want to call him. Bully Ray is going right for the jugular. Now he's going right for Rampage Jackson.
And punch you in your mouth.
Just inches away from the broadcast table, JB, and I know you can feel it as well as Bully sneaks up from behind and goes right to the attack on the leg of Sabin again.
Yeah, this is a standoff we have right in front of us. We've got the Aces and Eights, we've got the main event Mafia, and with every move, with every inch that the Aces and Eights gets closer to the ring or closer getting involved in this, Kurt Angle, Samoa Joe, Sting, Magnus, Rampage, they're all out here. Very combustible situation.
Kurt Angle said earlier, all we want tonight in the world title match is a fair fight. And that's why the Mafia has come out to confront Aces and Eights. Again to work on the knee.
You see the way that this is situated around the ringside area. I'll tell you, main event Mafia pretty much has 3/4 of the ringside area. And the Aces and Eights are kind of confined to one corner. And everybody watching each other like a hawk. And look at what Bully Ray is doing to the boot on the right foot of Chris Sabin.
Taking the laces and trying to expose the leg and the knee, surgically repaired, pulling it down, and now, yes, pulling any kind of cover, any kind of wrap off the leg and drives it down.
I know this may be the understatement of the year, but Bully Ray is relentless. He's without mercy. Knows what's at stake here, and he's going right for those legs.
But check out the heart. Check out the... When you want to talk about the courage of Chris Sabin, just when it looks like Sabin is going to try and get some offense, some momentum going, viciously, violently.
Shut up, Rampage! Shut your mouth! Come on, do something! Do something! Do something!
Champ losing his focus right there, getting in the face of main event Mafia's Rampage Jackson, the MMA star.
I mean, that's as good as provoking, or trying to provoke, any member of the main event Mafia.
You look around ringside here, and you can just sense Sabin tried to get a couple of strikes in. Bully knocked him right on his back again, and you see the reactions, JB. We're just inches away from Aces and Eights, and how confident they look after what's gone down so far in this world title showdown here at Destination X.
And Bully Ray now is openly mocking Hulk Hogan. I mean, there's audacity. There his audacity. There's no question in Bully Ray. He takes it to a new level. Sets the bar. And he said it earlier, there's something about being the most hated man in this industry that
he loves.
He really enjoys.
He feeds off of that. He loves that reputation, and all he's doing tonight with this performance is enhancing that reputation.
There you go. Hey, say. Come on, do what you gotta do. Come on, Sabin. Come on, Sabin. Give it up, Sabin.
Wow.
Don't take that. Hey, oh, should I rip off his other knee brace? Too much fun, Magnus. You lucky I ain't doing this to you. You want to hit him like that? Are you upset?
Again, the champion. Back to the leg of the challenger. And again, further exposing the knee, pulling the knee pad off. This is all about pain, dishing out more punishment.
And now look at this. That shoe coming out, the boot rather, of Chris Sabin. And now this is all about working over the weak spot. We know about it, we've talked about it, there's no question about it. Bully Ray, an opportunist.
But I mean, it's something that you can't blame Bully Ray, but at the same time, it doesn't make it any easier to watch. And Sabin tries to fight out of the corner, but just no luck, and just crumbled in pain. And that look on the face of the champ tells the entire story, doesn't it?
That certainly does. Able to get that left leg up.
Sabin showing that heart, the courageousness. Well, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
Maybe just too much, trying to go high risk, crotched in the corner, and quickly, Bully Ray gonna follow up out of the corner.
I'd knock you out.
A defenseless Sabin. Powered down, superplex style by the champ. And finally, a cover, 2. It's not been the pin attempts by Bully Ray because he's been so intent on dishing out that further pain, more punishment to Sabin.
I mean, he wants to dismantle it. He wants to dismember him for all intents and purposes. Everything that he has done has been focused on those legs, and now
here it is. Gonna go for that bully bomb. Stopped and blocked by Sabin out of the hammerlock. Oh! He drilled Bully Ray right in the side of the head with the kick. He's got him momentarily dazed. Kurt Angle cheers on the challenger. Sting as well. Mafia in his corner. Oh, Sabin goes missile drop kick, and Bully went right into the referee. Brian Hebner knocked down.
That is not what we wanted to see here.
The cover, the arm draped, but the referee's down. There's nobody to count. Sabin had the pin here. Oh.
And Mike, this is a very combustible situation right now. The referee is down.
Watch Anderson. How many times have we seen this? Hammer right into play.
It's on. It's on now. We knew this was going to happen.
You talked about the combustible situation. The powder keg that was about ready to explode. Well, it just exploded.
Rampage in there, taking out Wes Briscoe, Devon, Sting, Kurt Angle.
Bodies flying everywhere, up the ramp, around the ringside area. Battle continues between aces and eights in the main event Mafia. Sting jacking the jaw of Devon up the ramp. Oh no, not this hammer again. That's what he used against Jeff Hardy. Oh. Sabin boot to the midsection. Sabin. Oh. Sabin had the hammer. Bully gonna take him up.
Oh,
yeah, right in the top of the head.
Right in the
for the bully bomb. He hit him in the head with the hammer.
Come on.
Count 2. Yes. New champion. New champion. New champion.
Your winner and new World Heavyweight Champion, Chris Sabin.
Wow, wow, wow. Poetic justice. He beats Bully Ray at his own game. That's fighting fire with fire. And ladies and gentlemen, your new World Heavyweight Champion is Chris Sabin. Poetic justice at Destination X.
History repeats itself, just like Austin Aries last year at Destination X. Chris Sabin cashes in.
The following contest is the final matchup in the Best of 5 series for the TNA World Tag Team Championship. Introducing first of all, the team of the Tennessee Cowboy, James Storm and Robert Roode. Beer Money.
During the entrances of the two teams, let's go back, let's review how we reached this point of no return. 5th and final match in the Amazing Series.
Well, James Storm utilized the beer bottles not once, but twice in matches 1 and number 2 to gain the victory for his team. Beer Money victorious in 1 and 2.
Introducing their opponents. They are the TNA World Tag Team Champions, the team of Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, the Motor City Machine Guns.
Taz, the Guns had their backs to the wall. They fell behind 2-zip in the best of 5.
Yeah, well, the Motor City Machine Guns, they won match number 3 in a steel cage match, which looks like they were going to lose. They ended up winning. Then match number 4 was in the dreaded, the dangerous Ultimate X match. The Guns were victorious, hence why we are all knotted up. Right now it's the rubber match, baby. Who will leave here? The whole effing show, the TNA Tag Team Champions.
And as a result of that victory in match number 4, Chris Sabin, Alex Shelley, Motor City Machine Guns get to pick the stiff, the type of match for this match number 5, the final in the series. And they chose 2 out of 3 falls. And I got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, listen to this. Keeping with the theme of the night, the whole effing show, the wall-to-wall in-ring action. There's going to be no rest period between the falls in this match. Boy, you better be ready to go, boys.
Yeah, you better get your cardio up. And both these teams are in excellent condition. So, this thing could go a while. I can't wait. These 2 teams, amazing, magical matches that they can just put on. Look at the focus there on Robert Roode and James Storm.
And you can just feel, you can just sense the anticipation here in the Impact Zone, the whole effing show edition of Impact. And this crowd's just dying to see the Guns and Beer Money settle it once and for all.
You could just on something as simple as an arm wringer, how James Storm just wrenched the arm of Chris Sabin. Well, you don't want to get too overzealous in this thing, especially if you're Beer Money with a team that's as slick and quick as the Guns.
You know, and with every matchup between these 2 teams, you know, this rivalry, it's all of a sudden turning into Yankees, Red Sox, Dodgers, Giants.
Yeah, you could say Ohio State versus Michigan, or Texas versus Oklahoma. I mean, that's what this thing is turning into. I agree with you in regards to the rivalry.
And in my opinion,
it's a stalemate here, stalemate.
Taz, in my opinion, this is the best series of tag team matches that I've ever seen. And you know what? Maybe it's the best series, period, tags or singles, ever.
No argument for me. Listen to our live audience here in the Impact Zone. Big time behind Alex Shelley of the Machine Guns.
And I think the reason for the reaction, these fans have seen the 4 previous matches, and maybe that match at Victory Road, where the Guns finally broke through and finally became TNA World Tag Team Champs for the first time. Great exchange. Shelley, momentarily gets the best of it off the chops before Roode winks the eyes.
Well, you know, the key is, I mean, this is 2 out of 3 falls. So in my opinion, you want to try to get the first fall. You want to try and get that first pin of submission early to keep, you know, get momentum going for your team. Which team will do that, we don't know. We'll find out here. Tilt-a-whirl, and the head scissor. Shelley, sharp as attack.
Boy, sense the confidence on the Guns. The look on the face of Alex Shelley. Oh, lighten up the chest of Roode. That time, it's a tilt-a-whirl backbreaker by Roode, directly into the pin for 2.
And Robert Roode, he just, you know, he doesn't rush into moves. His transition from move to move is so crisp. That standing switch right there for the tag.
Into the roll-up, it's right. Sabin's legal.
Yep. I don't believe that Roode realized that.
Double team. Storm squashed with the double kick. Inverted atomic drop for Roode. Sabin takes out the knee. And then the unprotected face of Roode is caught with the Sabin drop kick. Here's the pin. Sabin on top. Fever pitch reaction tonight for the whole effing show here in the Impact Zone for this match 5 in the best of 5 series.
Well, if you don't realize how important the first fall is for either team, if you just remember a few seconds ago how quick Chris Sabin tried to get the victory. It's very important to get that first fall. I'm telling you.
What an incredible Impact broadcast this whole effing show has been to this point. Promises even more surprises with Hulk's special surprise, RVD versus Abyss for the world title, as all of a sudden Beer Money with the double team, and they take control of this match. Stairway to Janice, RVD, and Abyss. Ladder leads to that sick weapon. It's legal. Used tonight. Eric Bischoff, special referee, and that is still to come tonight on Impact.
Well, now this is what Beer Money, I think, needs to do is try to keep Chris Sabin in that corner and tag team wrestling 101, cut the ring in half. Look at that stomping. Storm stomping on Sabin's hands and fingers. Vicious. Gotta love it, man, by any means necessary.
Talked about how important in terms of momentum winning the first ball is going to be. But think of how important it is. It's just magnified by the fact that there's no rest period between the falls.
Oh, yeah, there's no chance to regroup. I mean, it just shows.
No chance to recharge those batteries.
Whoa. That's exactly right.
Series of double team moves, just one after the other, punctuated by the rude knee drop before Shelley comes in for the save.
Well, Shelley poked Robert Roode in the eyes, and Beer Money, early goals of the match, each Storm and Roode both poked a member of the Guns in the eyes, so turnabout's fair play.
Block of the right hand by Sabin as Roode tried to connect. Series of strikes by Sabin leads to an attempt to drive Roode to the corner, but it's reversed. Sabin floats over. Down and tries to make the tag to Shelley, but gets cut off.
Beautiful Insecurity right there. And you hear our live audience here showing their respect. A moment ago with a chant of "This is wrestling," and you ain't lying, because it is. Phenomenal. I dare you to find something like this somewhere else on TV, anywhere all week.
Trust me, you're not going to.
No, you're not.
You can look all you want. You're not going to find anything like this series between the Guns and Beer Money.
Beautiful.
Watch this. Shelley could be the first fall. No, broken up at the last second.
One little minor thing, if Shelley was able to do it, he should have tried to chuck James Storm out of the ring, but he couldn't. He might have got the victory there. Or I should say the fall victory.
Catapult. Oh, but Shelley reacts by catching Storm with the forearm shot. Well, I never anticipated that.
Oh, Shelley baited Storm in and he came right in.
He's setting him up because Sabin cut the drop kick off the top missile stop. Here's two. Whoa!
You see that DDT and now Robert Roode's neck.
Leg sweep by Sabin takes down Storm and enables Shelley for the double foot stomp. Oh, but he never saw that big boot from Roode.
What a
And
match.
my God, this is just the first fall, Taz.
It's unbelievable, man.
Up the back of Shelley. It's a Sabin drop kick, and there goes Roode to the floor.
Both Guns are looking good while Beer Money's not looking too good. What the hell's gonna happen now?
Oh, they come at him from two different angles. Guys in the truck, please, we gotta see a replay of this.
Look at this. Almost like misdirection, cross bodies. Oh my God, amazing.
Now, Roode rolled back in. Sabin up on the apron. Storm tries to cut him off. Sabin in a precarious position and gets dropped directly down on his face right on the apron. And
that's the
hardest part of the ring,
right? That's exactly right. The apron is the hardest part of the ring.
Shelley up to the corner, but Roode quickly makes his way up to the top. Can Shelley put him away and win the first fall?
Alex Shelley.
Double foot stomp. Roode rolls out of the way. Oh my. Double team. Storm stabs him in the back, sets him up. Oh yeah, DWI.
Gonna get him. Gonna get him.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the first fall, Beer Money. The second fall begins right now.
Oh, we talked about it earlier. That first fall, huge advantage for Beer Money, gaining the victory. No rest period. The immediate start to fall number 2, and Roode goes right for the pin.
That's what you got to do. That's the benefit to whatever team gets the first fall, which in this instance it was Beer Money. Go for the cover right away.
And especially with Shelley in the ring, and Sabin was outside, just barely making his way up to the apron at this point. They've got the potential here, if they can cut off the ring, to keep Shelley on their side and put him away and win the second fall, win the series, and win the tag team titles.
Oh yeah, it looks like Beer Money. They kind of got Alex Shelley picked out right now as a sacrificial lamb, and they could just basically do whatever the hell they want to do. Better watch Shelley, Shelley's gonna make that tag. These guys are celebrating over here, Beer Money. They don't realize what happened.
Dual drop kick. One leg for Storm, one for Rude, as Sabin connects missile style off the top. Quickness of Sabin. Oh, and then Rude sandwiched with the double kicks. Tag, Shelley's legal.
Oh my God, look at the guns here. Robert Roode's neck, look at his neck.
Cross body off the top, 2, 3, and they get it to even it up at 1-1.
The winners of fall number 2, the Motor City Machine Guns. The third and final fall begins right now.
Here we go, third fall.
Well, whichever team wins this next fall will be the TNA World Tag Team Champions.
Oh, the offense was on the side of the guns before Sabin gets cut off. Beer Money's got something planned. Rude elevates his own partner, Storm, directly onto Shelley. Well, that was Sabin actually now. It's Shelley with the shot in the ring on Rude.
Oh my, what a suicide dive by Alex Shelley. Robert Roode didn't even know what the hell happened to him. Look at Rude, look at Rude!
Ladies and gentlemen, we've got to take a break, but don't go anywhere. We're going to record all the action while we're away. More of the third fall that will decide the series and the titles when we return to the whole effing show. And ladies and gentlemen, we are back. This is the third. This is the deciding fall. Best of 5 series, Motor City Machine Guns, Beer Money Incorporated. Who leaves the Impact Zone with the TNA World Tag Team titles?
Oof! Shelley got driven. This might be it. How close was that? Holy smokes.
We are in that mode of the match where it's sudden death, sudden victory. This is the third fall, and everything is at stake. Everything's on the line here when it comes to the TNA World Tag Team titles, as well as the bragging rights for this best of 5 series.
1, 2, 3.
Well, that's the key, you know, if Beer Money can now, I mean, look, you can just see that all these high-octane moves by Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, they might be worn out right now, Mike. This is, like you said, the third and final fall.
Back-to-back corner clotheslines by Beer Money. And I mean, both shots, both of those lariats with impact on Shelley, and now Storm jacks his jaw.
Yeah, there's not much fight back in Alex Shelley right now. Oh my God, look at James Storm here. Look where he's going. Going up in the high-risk area there, baby.
Tennessee Cowboy up on top.
Maybe he shouldn't have drank that last beer before this match.
Gets knocked down directly into the tree of woe by Shelley.
Oh, God. What an amazing over-the-ring shot by our director here. That was awesome, an awesome view of what we just had there. Alex Shelley maybe leveled the playing field right there, Mike.
Boy, it felt like you were right inside the ring. What a great shot that was. The double boots to the chest to Storm. Sabin legal at the same time, so is Rude.
Sabin, like the proverbial house of fire.
Gonna try and follow up the edge that he's got, but he's instead reversed and shot into the corner. Able to get the boot up. And then Sabin comes right at Rude and snaps off the Hurricane Rana.
Look at Chris
drop kick.
He's unreal, man.
Basement drop kick to the knee of Storm.
Just non-stop.
Can't tell we're excited, huh?
Springboard, look at him, DDT!
Oh, God, he spiked him. He dropped him on his head. Here we go. Gets two.
Oh, did he get him? He didn't get him.
Two.
That was just sick. God, Robert Roode really landed in a bad way on his top of his skull. I don't know if Roode's okay. That's why he's tagging out. I think Roode got his bell rung big time.
Beer Money double team. Sabin able to float over on Storm. Off the standing switch, Sabin catches Roode with the boot. Then Storm with the elbow. Oh, caught Roode with the kick.
Oh, it was cool, man. Uh-oh. Oh, God!
Shelley tells Sabin, cover him off the double team. Two.
Got him! Oh!
This incredible, this amazing deciding match in the best-of-5 series between Beer Money and the Motor City Machine Guns, and you're damn right it's awesome. You see that last call super kick by Storm, but Sabin instead caught Storm unaware. There it is, double R spinebuster by Roode. Watch the catapult. Into the DDT. Sabin down.
Sabin, yeah. Sabin.
Shelley gonna go for sliced bread in the corner.
Countered by Beer Money. Look at this, Mike. Oh, you see his neck whiplash.
And the impact of the blow to the throat of Shelley. Both members of the Guns down. Beer Money standing tall. Shelley doubled over with the boot. Gonna go double team again.
Kind of lost him for a second. He's trying to fight it out.
And he did.
Sabin, what a hell of a job there.
Used the free leg to kick off strike. Oh, went for the last call.
Backfire.
And he cut his own partner.
Oh.
Then Storm gets sandwiched with the dual kicks.
You can feel it, Mike.
Oh, come on, baby.
You can
come
feel
on, baby. Shelley to the top.
There it is.
Cross body. Count. 1, 2. Oh, God.
Sabin shocked. So am I thought he had it.
A rockin' impact zone for this whole effing show. Third and deciding fall. Who's gonna win the series? Who's gonna win the TNA World Tag Team titles?
Look at Shelley. Watch Shelley here.
Bam! Cross body off that Hangman's neck breaker. That's the one that does it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winners of the match, and still TNA World Tag Team Champions, the Motor City Machine Guns.
Well,
Hey, man.
what do you think?
What do you think? Well, I don't know. Which match is match of the year? Pick 'em. That one might have been it. That might have been it right there. I mean,
I think that really was the decider.
it was amazing.
And you know what? That's the appropriate celebration. And you know what, Tad? We've got to go back and we've got to review some of the incredible action in this matchup.
I mean, where do you start? Where do you start between the Guns and the Motor City Machine Guns? Is there really a loser? There really isn't. But the champions are the Guns, and you can see why. Look at some of this action. It's just non-stop. And just the impact, the physicality.
And think about this. It all started off with Beer Money winning the first ball. And then the Guns come back to do it. They win the series. They win the tag titles. And you know what? The case is closed. That was the best damn series in the history of wrestling.
Michael, like I talk about that confrontation that we just saw earlier between Kid Cash and Abyss. It gets me. What are they even doing here? They're not even in the show. They're not even in Wednesday Bloody Wednesday.
Yeah, can you imagine that? Cash and Abyss, not even scheduled to be here, but they still find a way to spit in the face of tradition. And the War Game style Wednesday Bloody Wednesday is all about that. It's all about tradition.
As we can see, Chris Sabin is into the ring, Mike. And now, a man who's been so impressive this entire day, who the Juventud Guerrera!
Let's recap for you how these two men have advanced to the finals. Juventud Guerrera scored victories over Japan's Nosawa and Canada's Teddy Hart to win the international bracket and make his spot in the finals of the Super X tournament. Chris Sabin, the former X Division champion, he defeated Jerry Lynn and Frankie Kazarian to represent the United States. It's the U.S. versus the world. It's the United States versus Mexico. It's Chris Sabin versus Juventud Guerrera. Let's find out who wins the Super X tournament, and let's go to our ring announcer, Jeremy Borash.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is the final match of the 2003 TNA Super X Cup Tournament. Introducing, first of all, finalist number 1 representing the United States of America from Detroit, Michigan. He is the former X Division champion of the world, Chris Sabin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing from Mexico City, Mexico, he weighs in at 202 pounds. This is Juventud Guerrera.
We've been talking all night about tradition, and Don, maybe the best news I've heard is that TNA officials are looking into making this Super X tournament an annual tradition as part of the TNA Total Nonstop Action Package.
Well, they should, Mike. Where else are you going to see such great talent, such great ability like these X Division competitors have given us? But, Mike, I've noticed something else, and I'm going to throw this at you. It's hard to believe that here we are in the United States, and somehow, some way, I think that Juventud Guerrera has become the crowd favorite. It's like they appreciate his past exploits.
I think that this incredible crowd on hand at the TNA Asylum appreciates both of these individuals, and think of the great action that we've seen tonight as both men have advanced to the history-making finals. Well, there you go. The answer by Juventud Guerrera, he slapped him right back.
The head games start right from the beginning, Mike. Right from the beginning.
Don, both of these individuals in incredible physical condition, and they're going to need to be, because this is the third match of the tournament for both of them.
You know what, Mike, though? They're not thinking about that. It's all about this one right here. Whatever tiredness that they might feel is gone from their minds because the adrenaline rush is so high right now.
Sabin charges at Juventud and ducks the clothesline. Look at Juvi answer with a series of right hands. Shot off into the ring ropes. Telegraph with a back body drop. Juventud caught it. Sabin able to avoid the second kick, but he didn't avoid that one.
First time that Chris Sabin's ever seen Juventud Guerrera, and he's paying the price for it. Oh, man.
Juventud first snaps off that side head scissors and then follows up by maintaining the armbar, maintaining control, and neutralizing Chris Sabin. Feeling out process, as I think many of us expected here in the opening minutes of this great Super X tournament final.
What a great turn for Juventud Guerrera this will be to come out as a Super X champion. And what a way for Chris Sabin to prove to everybody that he should still be X Division champion by winning this tournament, Mike.
Juventud's game plan, his strategy here in the early going, appears to be to try and ground Chris Sabin and not try and fly with him. Move for high-risk move. Off the knife edge chops, doubles him over with the boot to the midsection. Now the reversal into the ropes. Takes him up in the air,
this match isn't going to be won outside this ring. So catch your breath, set it up, and then get the opponent back in there and finish him off. Oh, man, just slammed his head to the mat.
Face first into the ring apron, rolls him back in. Juventud. Slingshot. Drops into the ring. Catches him with the elbow. Hooks the near leg again. Another 2 count. Another near fall for Juventud Guerrera.
I know we've seen Chris Sabin here so often in the last couple months and how impressive he's become. But how about Juvi? How about the Juice? He is so on his game, Mike.
Looking to propel himself back into the national spotlight, and that's exactly what a win would do in this match for Juventud Guerrera.
Just applying the pressure right here, taking everything out of Sabin that he can.
This is the strategy that we mentioned earlier, neutralizing his opponent, and then follows up with a knife edge chop. The reversal into the ropes. The elevation, Juventud climbs up on top. Sabin.
Oh, did you see that? He countered him, Mike, and just creamed him.
Catches him in midair. Takes him overhead with the released German suplex. Another pin attempt. 2.
We always say how the wisdom is beyond his years of 21. This kid is something else. You'd swear you've seen him wrestling for the last 10 years.
Similar to the move that he used earlier tonight against Frankie Kazarian. Sabin employing the necktie. And it's his opportunity now to ground Juventud Guerrera. Keep him down on the mat. Not allowing Juvi to go high risk, top rope moves.
Toying with him there, Mike. I think maybe he should have went ahead and gone for the pin. But he wants to do it in grand fashion, it looks like.
Sabin climbing the corner. Took a little bit too much time to get to the top rope. Juventud. Oh, he stopped the roll up by Sabin. Oh!
What a kick!
The basement drop kick delivered with authority. He targeted the head, the face of Sabin, and he nailed him in.
Oh, I thought it was over! I thought it was over!
Sabin kicks out at 2 and remains alive in the finals of the Super X tournament.
That just shows you why, Mike, that you cannot hesitate even for a minute or for a second, because a man with Juventud's experience will capitalize on that every time.
Sabin stops him in his tracks, rakes the eyes, connects with the forearm. Quick snapmare takeover.
There he goes again.
Employing the surfboard this time to keep Juventud grounded, to keep him on the mat.
I think that's a great move by Sabin's part right now to try to get control of this match. He wants it there for a second. Get control of it again.
Again, the fans with the staccato hand clap appreciate the effort of both of these wrestlers. To the corner, Juventud catches him. Can he drop back?
He's got
He
him.
did.
He's got him. 2.
No! Sabin's leg strength saved him that time. Wise move by Juventud, catching him in the corner, dropping down, bridging back, going for the pin, but Sabin used his leg power to avoid the pin, and yes, remain alive in the Super X tournament final.
Juvi playing to the crowd right there, Mike. I think it gets him all fired up and charged up as he wants to end this thing here real quick.
Let's see if Juventud can use that adrenaline rush. Slide through, standing switch. Sabin,
Oh, but the agility of Juventud came through.
went for the German, but Juvi landed on his feet.
Look
Introducing first from Detroit, Michigan, representing the Motor City Machine Guns, Shelley.
You know, you brought up the question in your X Factors about these two guys and how they would work together in the warning that Mick Foley gave. I really don't even think that was necessary, because when you're talking about the X Division Championship on the line, eventually you go past that friendship stage.
And his opponent, also from Detroit, Michigan, also representing the Motor City Machine Guns, Chris Sabin.
You know, at first thought I would agree with you, but then take into account everything that we've seen over the course of the past several months involving the Motor City Machine Guns. The all-out cockiness of Alex Shelley, the way that he has treated Mick Foley, the executive shareholder, as we see actually cheering his opponent in this match.
Well, I expect that. I mean, these guys are best friends. And I'll tell you something, though, the big question that I've always wondered about these two, and we watch them together, and they are something special. I mean, these guys have such a continuity when they work together as the Guns that it is impressive. Again, you mentioned about their cocky side and their disrespectful side, but I've always wondered, in a one-on-one matchup, who would be the better of the two? Tonight, we're going to find out. Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, who knows each other better than these two guys do?
Boy, they know each other inside out. No question about that. And I think you're going to have to vary your offense here. You're going to have to come up with some moves that's going to keep your opponent off guard, surprise the opposition. At the same time, I mean, Don, they have a set pattern, the way that they wrestle. Possibly it's the way that you defend moves that you're already familiar with that will prove to be the difference.
I still think there's going to be a situation in this matchup when one guy hits the other guy with a little bit of extra oomph, with a little bit of extra force that the other one perceives as maybe playing a little dirty. And it's just what competition does. It doesn't mean they can't leave the ring friends, but I'll tell you something. I think you're going to see a point in this matchup where you're going to realize it's all about the X Division title.
When it comes to that X Division title, you talk about Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. Sabin's been there before. Multi-time X Division champion. At the same time, you almost have to take a double look at the records. The fact that Alex Shelley has never been X Division champion.
Well, you know what? I've always put that moniker on the Guru Sanjay Dutt, but when you think about it now, Alex Shelley, another one of those great X Division type competitors that's never held that belt. Chris Sabin's held it 4 times, I believe. I believe he's going for number 5 tonight, if I can just recall right. But Alex Shelley, and that's another thing. What a motivation is that going to be for Alex Shelley? Trying to capture that belt for the first time. And on Chris Sabin's side, he feels like he's somebody that owns that belt, that has ownership of it. He wants to bring it home again.
Early stages of this one-on-one matchup, you see Shelley working on the leg, working on the knee of his Guns tag team partner, Chris Sabin. Sabin not about to tap, quickly rolls over and then goes back. He's got the body scissors applied at the same time, cranking on the neck with that chin lock.
But every time, though, you can realize, though, Alex Shelley knows a quick counter to get out of the situation. Chris Sabin knows a quick counter. You're going to have to catch somebody by surprise. You're going to have to basically rattle their cage to where they're not thinking straight, to where you can get them and do things to them that they're not able to respond as quickly as they are right now.
Kind of what I anticipated when I thought about this match. Pre-Genesis, sort of a wrestling lesson here from both Shelley and Sabin. Put yourself in the position of the crowd here in Charlotte, North Carolina. Who do you root for? Which one of the Guns?
Well, I mean, even though they're just so brash and they just can just make you so mad with their attitude, you're always impressed with their in-ring work. I mean, I just think these are two of the best competitors in wrestling today. They really are special to watch. And to be able to see them take each other on, I mean, this is perfect. But you know what? It's just still one of those things where you don't know who to pull for. I mean, they're both cocky, they're both arrogant. Who do you side with? Do you want to see the guy get it for the first time, or do you want to see a guy do something in the X Division that, I don't know who's held that belt 5 times?
Wow, check out the reaction here around the ringside area, Don, as you see what you just talked about seconds ago. Love them, hate them, and I'm sure you're probably more towards the hate 'em side. At the same time, you've got to appreciate the in-ring ability of these two, and you saw it, many of the fans around the ringside area stepping up to their feet here with a standing ovation for the opening minutes of this match.
Hey, I'm sure when you were their age, 23, 24, 25, you were pretty brash too and pretty cocky yourself. And
I think it goes with the territory.
It does, and especially when you're put in a high-profile life like these guys are, and they're always trying to prove that they're as good as somebody else. And I mean, it's one of those things where I just can't hate these guys. They're just so good in the ring. You know, I mean, there are times when you want to see them get their comeuppance, as they say, but they're just so fun to watch, and when they work together, it's incredible. And look at this. Chris Sabin just follows them right to those ropes.
This may be that one of those early exchanges that you talked about. Getting a little feisty here when it comes to the punches, the forearm shots, and the kicks. That kick was right on the money to the midsection, and then a drop kick caught him right in the top of the head.
I'll tell you what, he didn't quite get him with the full extension as Alex Shelley was just far enough away where it was more of a glancing blow, but that's the kind of shot I'm talking about. If he'd have hit that a little sharper, a little fresher, he could have just rocked Alex Shelley and put him into la-la land, and that's how you can take over in a situation like this.
Now check this out. Got the arm seized at the same time he drops down. He's got Shelley in a position here where about his only escape is going to be to extend the leg and make contact with that bottom rope.
This is a situation here where Chris Sabin's trying to beat Alex Shelley at his own game. Alex Shelley's such a good mat wrestler. Alex Shelley has so many unique moves, and Chris Sabin's showing Alex, his partner and his friend, hey, I've got a few tricks up my sleeve you don't even know about.
It's always been, when I think about the Motor City Machine Guns, I think about Sabin and his high-risk top rope moves, and at the same time, the mat wrestler that Alex Shelley is with the various unique submissions and the like. And you're right, Sabin, here in the early stages, trying to beat him in his own game.
I'll tell you what, though, if these guys can hit the cradle shock, or if they can hit the sliced bread, they can end it in a hurry. Oh, nice shot by Alex Shelley. I'll tell you what, he didn't hold back there. Shelley going over. Chris Sabin beats him to it. Now Sabin's suicide dive right through the ropes. Crashes into Alex Shelley. Knocks him right into the announce table.
That was a case where obviously they know each other so well, what we've been talking about from the opening bell. But at the same time, because of the quickness of Chris Sabin, Shelley just didn't have that opportunity to react and move out of the way.
What was the word Mick Foley used? He said, if I see a level of suctitude. Well, I think that has been proven that's not going to be the case. And that's why you got to like these guys. They are competitors. They've taken this serious from the moment they got there. Their goal was to make sure one of the two would bring that belt home. That's going to happen. That's a reality. Now you see the competitive nature of these guys.
No question about it. I don't think we're going to be using the word suctitude here, and I don't think we're going to be thinking about Kazarian and Oz from '92, like Mick Foley referenced on Impact.
Whoa!
Oh, man, did you see that?
Are you kidding me? Is there any chance? That was unbelievable, and he had Sabin in an unbelievable predicament, and he does the somersault. The crowd loves what they just saw.
Yeah, I know what you wanted to do. You wanted to call for the replay. Don West playing director out here at the broadcast table.
Sorry, Keith.
That was a hell of a move. He apologizes to Keith Mitchell, but boy, that was a great shot.
Oh, you had to see that again for people to understand the difficulty factor. I mean, if we're throwing up signs, you're getting 9-8s, 9-7s, 9-5s. Russian judge, I think, is even going to give him a 9-8 on that.
And trust me, Keith Mitchell, David Sahadi, they can do their job out in the truck just fine without your help, buddy.
That's for sure. Oh, yeah. I guess those guys aren't buying me a beer after work now. Oh,
nope, but it looks like I got my first 2 rounds taken care of.
I'll tell you what, though, this is just a fun matchup. This is what you thought it was going to be for the X Division title. And right now, Alex Shelley, after that high-impact move that you got to see, has taken control. He knows he's in a situation, but one thing about Chris Sabin, wait a minute, 1, 2, not enough. One thing about Chris Sabin, though, the longer you let him stay alive out there, the cobwebs are going to clear. And I mean, that guy, we've always talked about him. From the first day we saw him, we saw a potential like nobody else.
Now check this out, submission hold, sort of a modified abdominal stretch, a variation of that classic move that dates back some 50-plus years in professional wrestling. And Sabin at this point, he just doesn't really have anywhere to go. Check out the ring positioning, dead center in the middle.
Well, that's what Alex Shelley's trying to do, is just stretch him out and just cause pain. But look at what Sabin's putting, the point of that elbow right there above the knee, right there in that part, the Charlie horse area, just putting that elbow there. And I'll tell you what, though, Alex Shelley spun around and hit him with an elbow. And oh, he was going for the sliced bread, but he couldn't hit it. Here we go.
Up to the shoulders, attempt here, possibly at that cradle shock, but you can see that Shelley was able to fight it off, elevate him over, and Sabin goes down face first into the mat.
He landed right on his nose, and I'll tell you what, nice kick by Chris Sabin. Timed it perfectly. I didn't think he played a little possum there. He waited, he knew Alex Shelley was gonna go for the kill, and he caught him right in the middle, and that leg, that time, it was flush in the mouth.
You know, if you've been watching this match from the opening bell, I've seen the strategy of Alex Shelley working on the neck of Chris Sabin. And I think that possibly there was something to that working on the neck of Sabin that prevented him from putting him away with the cradle shock.
I'll tell you what, though, these guys have not used any dirty tactics. I mean, this has been a by-the-book match from these two. So obviously they have respect for each other. They don't have respect for anybody else, but they do have a respect for each other, that the best man's going to win this matchup. I mean, you can just feel the shot. Oh! Sabin just caught him hard, and now Shelley's trading him with him.
I think you can talk to me all night long about mutual respect. We see that inverted atomic drop, clothesline misses, and then a kick right into the knee of Shelley. I still, Don, really believe that there's no way after you have a match like this, the high-stakes match with the X Division title on the line, the high impact with the clothesline first, and then the shot in the corner. I don't think that you still are just tag team partners on the same page following this match.
I agree. This is a match like this will change you. I'll tell you the good thing about this match, though, it's making us forget the Rhino situation. I mean, you saw Jim Cornette still not getting any answers. What a DDT! That's it!
Pin, two, and
oh, you
Sabin almost did it again and became X Division champ.
Whoa, was that instinct? I mean, that was just hearing the cadence of the count and knowing that 3 was coming, and it was a split second. But I was mentioning that this match is so incredible. We got to see a replay of this. Watch this DDT. That's how you put it down. That should have ended it. Alex Shelley just showing unbelievable intestinal fortitude and hanging through that, Mike.
Boy, that was poetry in motion. Spiked his opponent, dropped him right on his head. Here he goes. Waits, springboard up, right into the armbar.
Oh, here he goes. Now he's got the crossface applied. Pulling back with everything he's got.
All the pressure applied. We talked about it earlier. The fact that he's been working on the head, working on the neck of Sabin, and now quickly rolls over. And I thought he was going to go for the pin. Instead, back up to their feet. Double underhook. Sabin tries to counter and does, and he goes behind.
I mean, these guys are putting on a clinic right now. I'll tell you what, this invokes those X Division memories of Jerry Lynn and AJ Styles in the early days. I mean, this is what this needed. I mean, this was a great idea on this tournament, as Alex Shelley just put Sabin's face in that turnbuckle hard.
That is known as a sudden stop. Face first, right into the corner, and now Shelley feeding off the crowd, and he can sense that he's got Sabin rocked here. What's he going to do to try and put him away?
I mean, he was nonchalant about it, but he was thinking about, no, wait a minute. Oh, Chris Sabin turned it around that quickly, and look at him go right back after Shelley. Oh my gosh, he can break his neck. 2. Again, he kicks out at the last second. Oh man, a vicious shot.
Bridging Tiger-style suplex that time, and he almost had him beat. What a competitive match this is for the X Division Championship.
I mean, just watching that, hearing that thud, I mean, that'll show you right there. That might be the kind of thing, if I'm Alex Shelley, I'm thinking, whoa, wait a minute. That was a little risky. And look at him just trying to paintbrush him, but Chris Sabin spins that kick on the gut and then hits him on the side of the head.
That one really drilled him, and here goes Sabin off the ropes, and he gets caught with the clothesline, turned him inside out, elevated up. Here he goes.
Here we go.
Pin him.
1, 2. Oh, not enough. Alex Shelley wanting to get that first belt. Chris Sabin saying he wants another one.
Frustration on the face of Alex Shelley, mirrored by many in the crowd here at ringside who came up to their feet in anticipation of what they thought was going to be the 3 count that would crown Alex Shelley as the new X Division champion. Back out to the apron, and now making his way slower than usual. And that's just because this match has gone so long up to the top. That enables Sabin to follow up. You see the chops while Shelley is up there on the top rope, and Sabin going to position the legs of his opponent and Gunn's tag team partner so that he can go up to the top for a potential move. And Sabin from the top tries to snap it off, but you see the Hurricane Rana has no effect because Shelley hooked that top steel cable.
Shelley just power slams him down and power bombs him down, and here he goes. Gonna try to maybe hit that frog splash, finish Chris Sabin off here. He wants to feel the effect, he wants to remember the moment, but doing that took too long, and Sabin got the knees up in time.
Now Shelley in trouble, and let's see if Sabin can use those knees to put him away and become X Division champion again. Shelley down, Sabin first up to his feet. Here goes Chris up to the top. Again, slower than normal. And will that enable Shelley? Yes, to sidestep him. And drive him right down to the canvas. Here comes Shelley, much quicker this time up to the top, and frog splash to the back.
Well, here he goes. He's not done yet. He's rolled him over. Now he wants to hit the frog splash to the front. Double whammy on him. Here he goes again, and he hits it this time. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh, my God. Chris Sabin kicked out at the last split second. I just thought it was over.
Wow, what a match this has been. The finals of the X Division tournament. The two members of the Motor City Machine Guns, Shelley and Sabin. You're damn right, it's awesome.
Crowd appreciating it. I mean, this is one of those, whoever's hand gets raised deserves it. Period, end of story. Oh, I love how these guys just know each other so well, even at this point in the match after being out there for what? A clothesline! Talk about taking your head off!
That was
That's it.
Decapitation clothesline. Cradle shock. He's got him hooked and plants him. Here it is.
1, 2. You have got to be kidding.
He barely, and brother, I mean barely got the shoulder up.
That's one of those, I think, where when Alex Shelley was in it, he had planned on being in it, and he just somehow was mentally strong to take the shot, and instead of being shocked by it, pardon the pun, he was able to just wait it out, and I mean, it was barely, but impressive.
Shelley positioned on top, straddling that top rope, and Sabin's going to take him up. Wait a minute, cradle shock from the middle rope.
Well,
Shelley fighting it off with the elbows.
He's not getting away from that, and what a kick! I mean, that he was still able to get that extension from this point. Pulling Sabin down, he wants to slice bread.
Super kick rocked him. Will the sliced bread put him away?
1, 2, oh my God! You can't, I mean, everything they've done, you can't even be surprised by it now.
Everything.
These guys are incredible.
Everything but a 3 count.
Oh, this is unbelievable. Crowd knows they're watching something special, folks. I'll tell you, this is what we needed, Mike, to get our mind off the Rhino situation. And of course, the situation with the Women's Championship not being done tonight. This is what it's all about here. This is competition. This is professional wrestling.
Boy, almost feeling like that resurgence in the X Division picture here. Here comes Sliced Bread again, but he lands on his feet as Sabin was able to shrug him off, but as Shelley is favoring his leg, favoring the knee, favoring the ankle.
Oh, he's trying to pull the shoe off right now, and I think Chris Sabin realizes it, that his friend, I mean, just the way he frenetically went after the foot and trying to get the thing loosened up. The referee now coming over, Chris Sabin. Wait a minute!
What?
1, 2, he tricked him! He tricked his partner!
Ladies and gentlemen, the new TNA X Division champion, Alex Shelley!
I told you, Mike! I told you! One of them was gonna just cross the line! I mean, it was all about the belt in the end.
Historic moment here at Genesis. Alex Shelley becomes TNA X Division champion for the very first time by defeating his longtime Motor City Machine Guns tag team partner Chris Sabin. And it was a hell of a match, there's no denying that.
Buddy, that's the price of admission right there. We got to show you a replay package of some of the high spots. And here we go. This was the beginning of this matchup. You started feeling it right there. You knew something special was happening. And then you saw the suicide dive. You saw the innovation by Alex Shelley in that situation and the ferocious DDT by Sabin.
Check out that suplex with the double underhook. And then the frog splashes, 2 of them, both sides. And this feigning of the injury by Shelley enables him to roll Sabin up and yes, gain the 3 count. And in the process, he becomes X Division champ.
Well, I'll tell you what, he had to do whatever it took. But now both these guys, Chris Sabin, look at each other out of respect.
Introducing, first of all, the team of Max and Jeremy Buck, Generation Me!
God, does the arrogance just ooze off of these 2 young athletes or what?
And Taz, I know that you love this new attitude, this new harder edge of Generation Me, Max and Jeremy Buck, but I think they're taking it a little bit too far.
And now, introducing their opponents, they are the TNA World Tag Team Champions, the team of Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin, the Motor
ovation for the World Tag Team Champions, the Guns, man.
Incredible response for the Motor City Machine Guns. Sabin and Shelley looking to prove to the world that they belong on top of the tag team division. They finally did it. 5 years in the making. Motor City Machine Guns representing Detroit, Michigan. They're finally the TNA World Tag Team title holders. They had that incredible series on Impact with Beer Money Incorporated. And now it's Generation Me looking to knock the Guns off the top.
Well, folks, for those of you out there who've never witnessed the Motor City Machine Guns in action or Generation Me, especially against each other, you're in for something special, because these are two of the most exuberant, exciting teams in the world today, bar none. You agree with that, Mike?
100%. We're going to turn them loose tonight. The opening match at Bound for Glory, referee Brian Hebner displays the championship belts that will go to the winner tonight in Daytona Beach, Florida. Anticipation level, it's at a peak. What a great weekend that it has been here in Daytona Beach. Fan interaction yesterday. So many great TNA fans, Taz, meeting us from all over the world. And tonight, it's that big event. This is the one that we've been waiting for. It's finally here. It's Bound for Glory, and here we go.
Yeah, you see right there, all over Alex Shelley. And you pointed out the next situation with Shelley, not just Shelley, Mike, Sabin also. At the hands of Gen Me. I'm telling you, these two young men, Generation Me, the challengers, they've been going for blood.
The knife edge chops by Shelley. Turn the tide, put the Guns in control. But Max Buck
nice.
Tries to go for the offense. Cut off immediately by Shelley. Leg sweep, follow-up forearm shot. They just pinball him back and forth.
Well, that's the key with the, all of that. With the Motor City Machine Guns, how quick
cover.
In rapid fire fashion, they follow up maneuver after maneuver, hence why the Guns are the champions.
Ooh. Shelley uses his partner Sabin's boots as a weapon. Shoots Max Buck into the corner, and now this is what we've seen from the Guns. Their rise to the top, the good quick tags, always keeping their opponents at a disadvantage, and now they're cutting off the ring. That's one way to do it also.
And I believe Alex Shelley is the legal man, because he did tag himself in on Sabin's thigh. At least that's what it looked like. But these guys don't stop moving. Yep, that's it. Shelley is the legal man because he did tag himself in. We got a pin.
Two. Unique pin attempt by Shelley gains a near fall after they took Jeremy Buck down off the ring apron and then totally turned their attention to Max.
Yeah, and it was always, you know, in the beginnings of Generation Me coming into TNA, there was kind of a mutual respect between the Guns and Gen Me. That kind of went away, and you could see the Motor City Machine Guns, big-time revenge in mind.
Oh, yeah, the mutual respect between these two teams completely gone, especially when it came to the injury attempts by Generation Me on the Guns.
Yeah, they were effective, Mike. They were.
Those double-team DDTs that we've seen, initially on Shelley back at No Surrender, but that was after the match was over. Then what they did to Sabin recently on Impact. But it looks like Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, well, they are back at as close to 100% as they're going to be.
Well, I agree, but I'll tell you what, there's one little kink there. I had a little conversation earlier today. Oh, God. I'll get into that in a second. Sabin, that was about a 30-yard punt. It's football Sunday.
Off the inverted atomic drop. Sabin follows up. Perfectly placed drop kick. Oh, Shelley exposes the head and face of Max Buck for the Sabin drop kick that's right on the money.
I told you they were exciting. And they're not done, folks. Here comes the champs.
Oh, the double suicide dive. And the champions totally in control in the opening minute.
Massive show of respect for the Motor City Machine Guns. With that awesome offense, as I was saying, Mike, I was trying to say earlier, I had a conversation earlier today with Alex Shelley about Sabin. And I do know for a fact.
Watch his cross body, right into the pin. 2-0.
That Sabin had several tests done on his neck late this week. I think as of early, I should say, as of this past Friday. So we got to see if anything goes down here with Chris Sabin in that neck.
First, the outside-in shoulder block by Shelley. Then he drops the neck of Jeremy Buck across the top steel cable. Watch out for Max.
Unbeknownst to referee Brian Hebner, trying to get Sabin out of the ring. Oh, God. This is what we saw, Mike.
This is it. Oh. The move that sidelined Alex Shelley. That double-team DDT. Back at No Surrender, they did it out on the arena floor. Tonight, they drive him down head first.
Well,
right into the canvas.
Face of Jeremy Buck tells the story, man. He smells that blood. He smells the blood for him and his brother. It's like a shark that smells that blood and water, and he's going to go for that gusto, kid.
The cocky attitude of Generation Me on display. Open hand slaps from Jeremy Buck to the face of Shelley. He just dared Shelley to answer. Alex did.
Look at that. Oh, right in the back of the neck.
What a spinning kick. You're right. Again, you saw where it was targeted. Sabin in for the save.
Yeah, that definitely the intentions. How quick did Jeremy Buck think with that jumping high round kick to the back of the neck of Alex Shelley?
Those bad intentions still on the minds of Generation Me.
Look at these guys. Look at this.
Sandwich Shelley with the drop kick.
Mike, how are you not a fan of Generation Me? These kids are amazing.
In terms of their in-ring ability, absolutely a fan. Here's the quick cover, Max Buck for 2.
So
in terms of their attitude, no thank you.
Well, it's a winning attitude. It's that positive mental attitude, PMA, as some call it.
Yeah, positive mental attitude. It's all about entitlement. It's all about us, and it's all about what they can do for themselves, whether it comes to stealing the TNA World Tag Team titles instead of earning them. It doesn't matter to Generation Me. Here's another double team.
Oh, God almighty. The challenges might become the new champions here. Well, I don't know. I'll tell you, if I was Jeremy, I might have went for a cover after that.
Have to admit,
I'm going
to agree with you, especially now that he's trying to neutralize Shelley, working on the head.
Well, that could be the inexperience of Generation Me. And again, to the back of the neck, Max Buck with a high kick. Referee didn't see that either. They're quick in their tomfoolery, wouldn't you say?
Wow, focus of the offense for the challengers. We've seen it from the outset. Once they turned this match around, the way they've worked on Shelley and his neck.
Tippy top rope here, Mike, maybe going.
Alex fighting him off.
Oh! Max Buck trying to hold Shelley to stay on the top to no avail. Jeremy Buck's in trouble.
Double foot stomp off the top.
Man, if that's not going to shatter your rib cage and tear apart a couple of abdominal muscles, I don't know what will.
Gonna hurt the wind aspect for Jeremy Buck as well.
Well, here's the deal, man. Shelley's got to get Chris Sabin in this match.
So close. Max Buck's legal. Sabin as well.
Look at that high flying forearm. Look at how fast, how quick Chris Sabin is. Good God, you hear that thud? Man, it was nasty.
Hesitation elbow in the corner. And now gonna tie Max up in the tree of woe. Oh, Shelley's got him lined up. He's got him in his sights.
He wants to be shot into him. Oh my God,
First,
almost knocked his head off.
Baseball slide. Oh. Then the hesitation drop kick.
Holy crap!
How about that angle? Oh, the guns are coming at Generation Me from every conceivable angle.
God almighty!
Clothesline out the top. Here's one. Here's two.
I am begging you to find this action anywhere else. This is just sick.
Oh, we can already tell you there's no place you can find it besides TNA. Nobody has a tag team division like TNA. Nobody has these incredible action-packed matches.
Yeah, and Max Buck had nobody to tag because his brother was licking his wounds on the outside.
Sabin and Shelley on the same page.
Oh my God, what the hell was that?
Sabin cover. Here we go. Here's two.
Hey, tip your cap right there to Jeremy Buck making a save right there.
Desperation move for Generation Me. It pays off. stopping the Guns before they get the 3 count. Another kick to the head of Shelley. And Sabin runs right up the back of his partner. Drop kicks Jeremy Buck to the floor.
Here comes Shelley.
Oh, with slingshot. Oh, what a thud that was. Crash and burn on the outside.
Oh, right on the neck and head again, Mike.
Slingshot face jam. Then Jeremy with the double sledge on Alex Shelley outside.
Oh, God.
Sabin planted.
He's got him. 2 new champs. Oh. That was pretty close.
Look on the face of Max Buck tells the entire story.
Well, yeah, right there, Max Buck cannot lose his cool. You got to keep your composure. This is where inexperience could hurt these guys. They got to kind of chill here.
Again,
oh, my God. Oh,
the double-team DDT attempt. Shelley in.
German.
Blocks and breaks it up.
What a German suplex.
Sabin rushes Max into the corner. Shelley drills him from outside, from the apron with the kick, the enziguri to the back of the head.
My God, this pay-per-view just kicked off. This is our first match. This is nuts. Oh!
As the Guns went to set up for double team out of the corner, Jeremy takes down Shelley. Oh, Max snaps the neck of Sabin and takes him face first right into the canvas, and then Jeremy takes out Shelley on the far side.
Remember what I told you, Sabin had some issues with his neck this week, had some testing done, and you could see Generation Me is pinpointing the neck of Chris Sabin. Excellent strategy by the challengers.
Sabin in trouble here.
Oh my God, what the hell?
No.
He's got him.
Jeremy hits, Max pins, Shelley saves. Shelley saw it coming.
Amazing, tremendous maneuver. 2 for the price of 1 for Alex Shelley. That was impressive.
Shelley rolls Sabin to the corner so that he can tag. Referee Hebner says that's legal.
Does that really matter at this point or what?
Shelley wants no question about the legality if he gets the pin and the win. From the top, double foot stomp again.
Yeah, forward
Nobody
roll
home.
through, yep. Shelley was, able to forward roll, got caught in the head scissors and a drop kick. Oh, my God.
Jeremy gets turned inside out with the Sabin clothesline. Then Sabin taken out to the arena floor. Bodies flying all over the Ocean Center.
Whoa!
Oh, Shelley lands on his feet, but then gets taken down immediately by Max.
Oh, God!
Max on top. Here's 2.
God, how close was that? I think he was pinned, Mike. Come on.
Boy, repeatedly, Generation Me on the verge of victory, on the verge of becoming TNA World Tag Team Champions for the very first time. Look at the frustration on the face of Max Buck. They've done everything but beat the Guns.
Oh, Jeremy Buck. What the hell's he gonna do now? Look at that. 450 splash. Here comes Max. Wait, here comes Sabin. Oh, no way. Don't do it.
He did.
Holy crap. Good God, a release German suplex from the top rope. You gotta be kidding me. That was nuts. That was nuts.
Gun set up in the corner. Shelley gonna go high risk. There it is. Cross body. Here's 1. Here's 2. Skull and Bones gets him the win.
Come here to the match. And still TNA World Tag Team Champions, the Motor City Machine Guns.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Exhibit 1A in how you kick off your biggest pay-per-view of the year.
Well, that's how we get her done here in TNA, buddy.
Amen.
You know, this is incredible, Tom. I've been looking forward to this. For those that have followed Ring of Honor and Impact, we know how much Chris Sabin has meant to both organizations. But for folks at home that may have not been following Ring of Honor in 2018, Chris Sabin's actually due a title shot for taking Jay Lethal, the man Jonathan Gresham beat for the championship, to a draw. He earned that title shot back in 2018. This is a match 3 years in the making.
And let's understand the stakes of this evening, because let's say Chris Sabin wins the Ring of Honor World title. I can feel your heart palpitating just sitting next to you. I mean, if an Impact wrestler were to win the Ring of Honor World title, and the first time ever it was defended in an Impact ring, tough times for Ring of Honor fans.
Well, here's what I know right now, Tom. I know that Chris Sabin will assume the scheduled title defenses of Jonathan Gresham should he walk out of the building here in Dallas here tonight as the Ring of Honor World Champion. But it's going to take a lot to pry that championship out of one of the hottest wrestlers in wrestling. He's 2-0 in title defenses. He's won 8 in a row against stars like Brody King, Dragon Lee, Jay Lethal, who he defeated for the championship. He's the longest reigning pure champion in the history of Ring of Honor, one half of the longest reigning tag team champions, and he's 14-1 in pure rules matches. And that's an uphill battle to climb for any individual. And there you see the historic Ring of Honor World Championship.
So how lopsided is this considering it's pure rules for this match?
Well, that's a great question, because he has won out of those 14 victories. He's won in 12 different ways, D'Lo. And you know as anybody how tough that is to game plan for anybody who can beat you in that many ways.
When you can come at an opponent from multiple platforms and use different techniques to secure victories, that makes you a dangerous individual. That makes you a tough challenge. And Jonathan Gresham, he is not going to relinquish his title. It's his first title match. He's going to work his ass off to defend it.
Jonathan Gresham not only waving his own flag, but is carrying the flag for Ring of Honor tonight here at Hard to Kill.
Introducing first to my left, the challenger, wrestling out of Detroit, Michigan, weighing 202 pounds, Chris Sabin. His opponent to my right is wrestling out of Atlanta, Georgia, weighing 205 pounds. He is representing the Foundation, and he is the Ring of Honor World Champion, the Octopus, Jonathan Gresham.
And these two men are linked. They were in a group in Ring of Honor called Search and Destroy. Chris Sabin and Alex Shelley, the Motor City Machine Guns, took both Jay White and Jonathan Gresham under their wing. Jay White went on to main event Madison Square Garden with the IWGP Heavyweight Championship. Jonathan Gresham becoming the Ring of Honor World Champion. I'd say that investment in mentorship has paid off.
This time in wrestling is astounding. We saw the news earlier on about Mickie James, her opportunity in the Royal Rumble match. Now you have the Ring of Honor World Championship being defended for the first time ever in an Impact Wrestling ring. And there's the Code of Honor handshake as per pure rules to get this started. We're underway in Dallas. Here we go.
It's going to be a heck of a bout. With Jonathan Gresham, one thing you're going to look for is he will try and beat you quick. He's beaten opponents with sunset flips. He's beaten them with La Maestral cradles. He's beaten them with quote-unquote simple moves like a bayonet elbow. You got to watch that if you're Chris Sabin to the back of the head.
One thing that's been great to see, D'Lo, about Chris Sabin is his resurgence as of late. You and I have talked about his recent rivalry with Ace Austin. It's given him some new life.
Well, it's given him new life. You know, he's competed for the X Division Championship, and now he's going to compete for the Ring of Honor World's title. You know, Chris Sabin is a guy who wants to let everyone know he can still go.
Gresham able to take Sabin off his feet.
Yeah, the one thing I love about Gresham is the fact that he's not just going to come at you as a striker. He's not going to come at you as a grappler. He's going to bring all the disciplines. He can beat you in multiple ways.
Gresham here looking to carry the flag, and on behalf of Ring of Honor, I do want to thank Impact Wrestling for allowing the torch to stay lit in April. We plan to resume operations. You see, trending Hard to Kill. I know this match had a lot of people talking, and it will have a lot more people talking if Chris Sabin joins the exclusive club. Wow.
Oh, look at that.
Great
now,
sequence.
Yeah, look at the stare-off right now. Both men showing they're even at this point.
Sabin could join the exclusive club of Eddie Edwards, Austin Aries, and Samoa Joe as the individuals that have captured both the Impact Championship and the Ring of Honor World Championship. It's pretty rare air.
You know, Chris Sabin has been Mr. Everything. He's won every championship in Impact Wrestling, so it would be fitting for him to bring the Ring of Honor World's title home.
How does Sabin keep up with Gresham? Because Gresham does a great job of keeping his competitors guessing.
I think for Sabin, Sabin has taught Jonathan Gresham a lot of what Jonathan Gresham knows, but Jonathan Gresham has played the long game throughout his career. He took the long path to Ring of Honor, took the long path to Impact. He's a man who traveled to 13 different countries by the time he was 30 years old.
Cover here, and a kick out by the champion. That close, says Sabin.
I think a lot of Chris Sabin's DNA is in the wrestling psyche of Jonathan Gresham. I think that's what he has to take advantage of. I think he sees a student in Jonathan Gresham, for better or worse. And if he could tap into that DNA,
that is very dangerous this early in the match for Sabin.
And right now you can see Gresham who's using the game plan. He's attacking different points to keep Sabin off balance and not letting Sabin know exactly where he's going to be attacked.
And to your point, Gresham might have been a student at one point, but now he's become a leader, not just for Ring of Honor, but his own promotion.
That's right. He's carrying the banner of pure wrestling and trying to keep the legacy of Ring of Honor alive with Terminus, which he will...
Oh, wow, the ankle's not supposed to bend like that. Oh, God.
Sabin's going to have to endure.
And that's a trap.
Hold on, into a cover, Sabin able to kick out, but the ankle felt the damage, and look at how quickly Gresham is back on top of his opponent.
And I say this, if you've not seen Jonathan Gresham wrestle, which you have to be living under the rock for the last few years, this man is one of the best. You say 1,000 holds, I say 2,000 holds. This man can attack you. Look at joint manipulation right here.
Oh, cover. Sabin has to bridge out.
And then think about this. He's not even started throwing strikes yet.
Now into the cover, shoulders down, and a kick out.
I love the way Gresham gets back to his feet right away, continuing to look for the arm into the head scissor there.
And even just a window of opportunity, and it's gone for Sabin. You've got to react in milliseconds against Gresham.
Absolutely. And Gresham's one thing, he always maintains wrist control.
Oh! Big kick by Sabin. Sabin needed that.
Yeah, Sabin needs that, A, for he needs a breather, and B, needed to switch the momentum of this match.
Able to slow the match down for the first time. That's where Gresham really excels. That's where he caught Jay Lethal off guard to win the Ring of Honor World Championship. When he turned the pace up, looking for the quick pins and the quick submissions, did the same thing to Dragon Lee.
Count of 6.
Remember, it's a 20 count here on the floor with pure wrestling rules.
And under pure rules, the championship can change hands on count out and disqualification. An interesting wrinkle.
Now Sabin dives into the ring. Gresham went back to the arm.
Nice waist lock here. It keeps going back to that arm, D'Lo. Why is that so important with Sabin right now that Gresham keeps focusing on that left arm?
Continuing to work on that arm will reduce the grip hand strength of Chris Sabin, not allowing him maybe to hook the cradle shot. So Gresham is playing the long game. You can see this.
Big forearm shot. Remember, closed fists not legal.
Yeah, see right there.
Pure rules.
Sabin could not whip off Gresham.
Oh, and a great job there by Gresham. Sabin had an answer, however. Out Gresham into a cover. Bridge out by Sabin. Trying to keep pace with the octopus. Oh! Face first. What a DDT by Sabin to win the Ring of Honor World title and a kick out.
What an exchange right there. That's from two wrestlers who know each other extremely well.
We got to take another look at this DDT. D'Lo, watch this.
Look at this, up and then rotates Gresham into position, spiking down his head, and came within a heartbeat of becoming the Ring of Honor World's Champion.
So close. And now Sabin back up to his feet. Imagine, Ian, the pressure on Gresham, all the things we mentioned before, how he is trying to stand up on behalf of an entire company tonight.
It's incredible. I can't imagine what's going through his heart and his mind right now, but I can see the strategy here. Grabbing that wrist, looking for the double wrist lock.
Great job back to the injured arm of Sabin. Don't forget about the ankle.
And see right there, a simple shoulder tackle is hurting Sabin's arm because Gresham is working on it for 5, 10, 15 minutes in this match already.
And that's the incredible thing about Gresham. Before you know it, you're in trouble. You are in deep, deep trouble like Sabin is now.
Knee right to the midsection, and now Sabin off the top rope. Spinning neck breaker. Great job. Now here's the cover. Hook to the leg and a foot on the bottom rope. That is one gone. One rope break gone for Gresham.
Rope break number 1 used by Jonathan Gresham.
Gresham throughout the Pure tournament and through his Pure matches, so good at knowing where he is in the ring. He has a counter for everything. He also knows at all times where he is in the ring. He's not afraid to use the rope breaks when he needs to.
And let's reiterate the rule. You get 3 rope breaks on pinfall submission. After that, it does not matter anymore.
The left arm of Chris Sabin has got to be in bad shape right now. Went for a kick there, and this is the compact strength now of Jonathan Gresham and the attitude to boot.
Open hand slap right there. Oh! He locked in a dragon screw leg whip.
It is very hard to comprehend what part of Chris Sabin doesn't hurt right now.
Gresham is dissecting Sabin at this point, the 8-time former X Division champion, former Impact World champion. Gresham has made this his match right now here in Dallas.
But again for the arm, Sabin able to avoid for a moment.
And this is where Sabin needs to create space and ratchet the game up.
Off the middle, and a moonsault.
Oh, right back to the arm.
And changing gears.
Here's those strikes.
He's won matches with this before, incapacitating his opponents with those strikes.
Trying to wear out Sabin. Here's the cover to retain here in Dallas. No.
Look at that.
Right to the face lock here, the cross face.
And now Sabin's thinking about reaching out to the bottom rope and burning one of his rope breaks.
Amazing how Gresham keeps body control the entire time. He's never far from his opponent.
And Sabin's got his vision back here. Gresham trying to change up the hold here, trying to get underneath the chin of Sabin. Now just trying to pull Sabin backwards, trying to move the hand back now.
Yeah, trying to avoid allowing Sabin to get this rope break here.
Oh, look at that, almost teasing him, almost taunting him. He knows that if he exhausts all 3, he's in no man's land.
Trying to do everything he possibly can to keep Sabin from the rope.
Almost creating a guessing game.
Oh, but Sabin does grab the rope, so that's 1 gone for Sabin and 1 gone for Gresham.
That is rope break number 1 used by Chris Sabin.
And I have to wonder, D'Lo, Tom, was that almost intentional? He had him going back and forth. Did he want him to burn it on purpose?
And see, I was thinking that to myself. It almost looked like Gresham was pushing the hand towards the rope.
And now right back into the center of the ring with the crossface. So Gresham is sticking with his offensive game plan.
Oh, and Sabin rolls out.
Hold on, cover. Cover. Only 1 shoulder was down there for Sabin. Danger for Gresham.
Oh! Stomps on the foot. Look at that, nice trap. And here we go, octopus. He's got the octopus.
He's locked in.
Close to the center of the ring.
He's locked in.
Could this be it for Sabin tonight at Hard to Kill?
And that shoulder hanging on by Sinu, that ball and socket joint. You see it right there. Great shot by the great camera crew at Impact.
And now Gresham doing everything he can. And now Sabin has got to be thinking about going for a second rope break in a matter of seconds.
You know, and this is called the octopus because it's 8 points of pressure on the body. It hurts everywhere. Now, hammer fists.
He might be able to knock out Sabin here.
Those are unprotected.
And this is how he finished off Dragon Lee in Ring of Honor.
Sabin defenseless, but somehow.
Cradle shock, he's trying to cradle shock.
Oh, he's gonna trap his legs.
If he gets his legs, can he go? Can he go? Got it!
Cradle shock by Sabin. Now Sabin is reaching for Gresham. Here's the cover.
2, 3,
got it. Wait a minute. What?
No.
And Sabin.
The foot of Gresham.
Yeah, referee Brian Hebner's pointing.
And Brian Hebner, thank goodness, has seen
it. It's rope break number 2.
Rope break number 2.
Jonathan Gresham.
Jonathan Gresham just dodged a bullet. Brian Hebner doing the right thing. He was looking at the shoulders on the pinfall. Watch this one more time, this sequence. The cradle shock, boom.
And you see right there, Jonathan Gresham creating space, rolling towards the rope. Foot is under the rope. You can clearly see it.
Sabin could not see the foot get under the rope, so obviously couldn't do anything about it. The official was in the right position, but made the right call to keep this match going.
And this is now going to turn into who can deliver the strongest strikes, hit the target, the sharpest. For Sabin, he's targeting the jaw right now, but Gresham has a bullseye. Just locked in on that elbow and shoulder.
The left arm of Sabin's got to be useless.
It's falling limp right now. You can see these are straight forearms to that arm.
And a headbutt by Sabin.
A closed fist not permitted, but headbutts and forearms certainly are. Both men staggering now back to their feet. The Ring of Honor World Championship on the line.
Sabin for a second there looked like he was grabbing for a rope break. Instead goes back to the center to meet Gresham.
Oh, knife edge chops exchange from both.
And this is the heart and the gas tank of both men. 2 of the most finely conditioned athletes in the world, emptying it out here in Dallas.
Oh, wow.
And it seems like they're powering each other up.
Gresham is hitting right on the collarbone, sending shockwaves down that injured left arm of Chris Sabin.
But what's happening right now is the more of these chops go, the more the adrenaline surges in the body, and you almost don't feel them, and you just want to keep intensifying your blow.
And now open hands, Tom. They are laying them in here in Dallas.
Back to their feet, Sabin and Gresham for the Ring of Honor World title. Oh, and down goes Gresham, right back up, right for the enziguri. Sabin right across the jaw.
Oh, enziguri!
Up the ladder.
Down!
Lights out for Gresham.
And now, can Sabin take advantage of this?
On the doorstep here.
Sabin wants it one more time, thinking about the cradle shock.
No, crucifix!
Oh, Gresham had the answer.
La Maestra!
I went for a cover. Gresham got out of it.
Steps over the mic shot from Gresham.
Stack!
Clinch! Cover! Gresham! Gresham pins!
Got him!
The winner of this match, and still Ring of Honor World Champion, Jonathan Gresham!
I love this game!
What a display of wrestling! What a display of pure wrestling! What we just witnessed right there, the Ring of Honor World Championship.
Jonathan Gresham flying the flag both literally and figuratively here in Impact Pro Wrestling, defending the Ring of Honor World Championship against a very game Chris Sabin. There were moments where my heart skipped a beat. I knew the title would be in good hands with a man like Chris Sabin, whose legacy spans both organizations.
But still.
Yeah, but still, I might have been rooting for Jonathan Gresham a little bit.
And as all pure rules matches must end, the code of honor, more than a handshake, more than respect between Gresham and Sabin. You can see the wounds of war here for Chris Sabin.
D'Lo, Tom, I want to thank you very much for having me in the booth here tonight. It's been my pleasure. On behalf of Ring of Honor, we want to thank you.
Just 24 hours before Against All Odds, it's now time for our main event here on Impact Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your Impact Wrestling main event set for one fall. Introducing first from Yucca Valley, California, Frankie Kazarian.
Tonight, it's about a match that was interrupted by Honor No More weeks ago. We saw what looked like a classic in the making between Frankie Kazarian and Chris Sabin. Tonight, we hope to get the clear decision at ringside, as it was at Slammiversary. Tracy Brooks and Frankie Kazarian's son, Rebel, here to back him up. Always nice to have some family to support you.
And look, I've espoused my understanding for the motives of Honor No More, but I, for one, am excited to see this one lived out to its fullest potential.
His opponent, accompanied to the ring by Alex Shelley, representing the Motor City Machine Guns, from Detroit, Michigan, Chris Sabin.
We talked about it earlier on tonight during the matchup between Ace Austin and Alex Zane, that tomorrow night at Against All Odds in Atlanta, Georgia, the Motor City Machine Gun, Shelley and Sabin right there, will be taking on Bullet Club's Ace Austin and Chris Bay.
One of tag team wrestling's greatest units in the Guns, and two of the hottest performers in professional wrestling today, Austin and Bay. That one is going to be one to watch, but right now, right here in our main event, it is about two of the most incredible professional wrestlers of their generation in Sabin and Kazarian.
And there, as I mentioned, the wife of Frankie Kazarian, Tracy Brooks, former Knockout, and their son, Rebel, cheering on Frankie Kazarian. This is a very special night, not only because of this huge main event matchup, but you can see there in the center of the ring, Brian Hebner. This is his last match as a referee in professional wrestling. We thank Brian Hebner for all his contributions, especially to Impact Wrestling over the years. A storied career coming to a close here tonight at the Asylum in Nashville.
And what a match to be a part of as a result between these two incredible professional wrestlers in Kazarian and Sabin.
looking back on that matchup that never truly came to an end thanks to Honor No More, was there anything there that you saw clear indication of the edge to Sabin or Kazarian?
Absolutely not. As you'll see right here, back and forth, two athletes who not only are just so skilled, but know each other very, very well. It is nearly impossible to call this one which way or the other.
We told this story the last time out that these two competed. It was nearly 20 years ago. We saw a match that was labeled at the time the Battle of the Futures. It was Sabin versus Kazarian. These are two Impact originals who at the time were given the opportunity to show what the future of not only Impact Wrestling was, what the future of pro wrestling could be, because these two in their early days really defined what the X Division became.
100%, and now they've just seemed almost like a fine wine, gotten better as time has gone on. Their skills remain at an all-time high. It's so hard in this business to maintain that level of athleticism, precision, cardio, everything that goes into a professional wrestling match is not easy to maintain, especially over that long of a time, but these two are at the absolute top of their class.
Alex Shelley with some words of encouragement, I can imagine, there for Chris Sabin in the corner. Kazarian's got his family backing him up. Shelley as close as family can possibly be for Chris Sabin. Look at this, Kazarian going for a cover. The shoulder looked like it was up. Hebner's on top of it, and a kick out there by Kaz. Oh! Sabin doing a nice job trying to keep Kazarian close. In just the second Kazarian came off the ropes, there was Sabin going right to the knee.
Caught him right there, didn't even give him an inch.
And that's going to be trouble. There's a cover by Sabin. No.
Almost like a victory roll driver there, and then driving the knee of Kazarian, that injured, targeted knee into the canvas.
Now Sabin doing the smart thing here in this matchup, trying to take away the base of Frankie Kazarian.
We know what kind of athlete that Kazarian is. He can fly with the best of them, but you take that base down. It's hard to climb those ropes. It's hard to run corner to corner, etc.
Trying to set up for a figure four. Ooh. Middle of the ring. Could we see an early submission in this match?
Kazarian, dead center of the ring. Bad place to be. Leg has already been targeted.
And Kazarian rolls against the bottom rope. That'll break up the submission.
Great move of Kazarian to get to the rope as soon as possible. A lot of wrestlers try to have that pride. They don't want to have to use that rope break. But sometimes it's the smart move to, save yourself, save your strength as much as you can.
Sabin using the majority of the 5 count here in this match. It has certainly been the aggressor against Frankie Kazarian, and it makes sense. Oh, the leg drop to the back of the neck.
Well, he respects the threat that Frankie Kazarian is. He knows how good he is. These guys have a lot of history. He's not going to take any chances.
Well, and Sabin was the one who issued the initial challenge for this match that took place weeks ago. Here's the cover and a kick out. Sabin's been thinking about this for weeks.
But let's not forget, after a beautiful combo like that, it was that man, Kaz, who issued the challenge in response to get this going again, to get the rematch signed.
Now Kaz favoring the left knee, trying to get back up to his feet and mobile. Sabin set into the corner. Kazarian, oh man, drops him on his neck. There's the cover kick out by Sabin.
A good recovery here by Kaz. Still, you see a slight limp. Sabin obviously hasn't done enough damage to totally take away that vertical base.
Just 2 weeks ago, these two were teammates at Slammiversary as the Impact Originals defeated Honor No More that night.
Great move by Sabin there, the inside hook, not letting Kazarian get that suplex.
Now look at Kazarian ramping up the intensity. Oh, fisherman suplex into the bridge and a kick out.
Sabin gets a 2 count there, but he's now the one that's the target. He's starting to get worn down in this matchup.
Sabin taking his time. The point of the right knee right into the spine. The focus of the attack of Kaz for the last few minutes.
It has. It's been the neck, it's been the back, it's been the spine. Whereas Sabin was targeting the leg, now looking for maybe a pinning predicament here.
And shoulders down, there's the cover, kick out by Sabin.
And I can't overestimate, or I can't overstate, excuse me, how much strength it takes to kick out of a cover like that when both your arms and shoulders are held down by your opponent like that.
The concern all over the face of Shelley, man. Kazarian tracked down Sabin with a lot of intensity there.
And after those opening moments where Sabin was such an aggressor, Kaz has completely turned this around, changed the complexion of this matchup. And I have a feeling it won't be the first time that the momentum shifts firmly in either way.
Kazarian, the larger competitor, enjoying the size advantage here in this matchup and starting to use his power. He's starting to lean on Sabin a little bit here as this match wears on. Sends Sabin into the corner, trying to catch him. Sabin turns it into a pinning opportunity, kick out.
Roll through on that sunset flip, great. That's where Sabin might come alive a little bit more. Probably the quicker of the two.
Oh, Kazarian over the top.
You see the urgency with which Sabin flies over that rope. Oh!
Great counter by Kaz. Kazarian's got Sabin down here in this highly anticipated rematch.
Now he's thinking about his next move. Maybe thought a little too long. Sabin had an opportunity to recover, fires back at Kaz.
Oh, wave of the future, face first into the post. Sabin is in trouble. Shelley checking on Chris Sabin. Can he continue against Frankie Kazarian? Oh, we are back. This main event is Kazarian versus Sabin. 24 hours before Against All Odds in Atlanta, Georgia tomorrow night. Here's a cover by Kazarian and a kick out by Sabin.
And Kazarian has been in firm control since before the break. Early on in the match, it was Sabin, the firm aggressor, targeting the knee of Kazarian. Now, Kazarian has turned things around, and it all started when he hit the wave of the future into the post at ringside, and the fate of Chris Sabin has firmly been changed.
Sabin going face first into the steel post in the process. We talked about it earlier on tonight that tomorrow evening at Against All Odds at Center Stage in Atlanta, Georgia, we will see the Motor City Machine Guns against the Bullet Club's Ace Austin and Chris Bay. But Sabin cannot think about that right now. He's got to focus on Kaz.
You got to hope that that's as much as it may, should or shouldn't be, could be in the back of the mind of Chris Sabin.
Oh, now look at Chris Sabin. Flying forearms here.
And that's all he needed was that opening and a huge back body drop to Kaz. From one half of the most impactful tag team in Impact history.
Boot right to the face there by Sabin. And now Sabin. Oh, a DDT on Kaz. There's the cover to win this matchup and a kick out.
And I told you this match would be full of momentum shifts, and all it took was one opening, and Chris Sabin has completely shifted this matchup.
Now Sabin with a low drop kick there. Taking any opening he can get here against Kazarian, and can you blame him?
Oh, this is a battle for supremacy here.
Oh! Suicide dive wipes out Kazarian.
Great respect from the crowd here in Nashville at the old Asylum. The former home of Impact Wrestling.
Crossbody, cover, Kaz kicks out. Both these men trying to figure out, how do I end this?
Two wrestlers at the top of their game. Years ago, it was about the future. Today, it's about the present.
One of the cradle shock. Kazarian trying to set up Sabin again. Up on the shoulders.
Looking for it again here, but Kazarian rolls through looking for the sunset.
Trying to catch Sabin. Shoulders down. Oh, and a kick out by Sabin.
Small package, almost had it done.
A slam center of the ring by Kazarian. Look at everything that's been taken out of Kaz. He keeps on coming in the boot. Cover!
Could be.
Sabin's still alive!
A springboard leg drop, not quite enough to put away Chris Sabin. You see Kaz looking around, almost thinking, what is it? What is that final blow, that final shot that I gotta give to this guy, Chris Sabin, to put this matchup away?
Now Kazarian to the outside. Sabin.
Whoa!
Avoided the leg drop.
And that's how well Sabin knows Kaz.
Oh, and Kazarian saw what Sabin was doing.
These guys are both so evenly matched.
Oh, launches himself into the DDT.
Could be here.
Kaz, can he win it? Kick out by Sabin.
The resilience of both these wrestlers is absolutely top tier. It's gonna take something very special to close this one out.
Chance to fight forever here inside the Asylum in Nashville, Tennessee. And now Kazarian. Oh, honed in on Sabin.
You heard the thud of the elbow against the jaw of Sabin there. Oh. There's no opportunity on the line here, no championships. This is just pure, unadulterated pro wrestling to see who the better man is. As these two both go to the top rope district here.
It's all about pride between Kazarian and Sabin.
Kazarian looking for that flux capacitor.
No! Dumped hard on his tailbone, and now Sabin off the top. Able to roll through. Kaz in pursuit, boot right to the face there by Sabin.
Back and forth from both these guys here, looking for the tornado DDT. No!
Oh! Bridge, cover, Sabin kicks out again.
That Northern Light suplex, not enough to put Sabin away. Not this time. And how many times can you chant, "This is awesome," in one match? I have a feeling this is the one that's going to show us.
Oh, it's Sabin able to get out of the way of Kazarian. Kazarian trying to line up some offense. Oh, caught by a super kick.
And now,
tornado DDT on the floor.
And in quick succession, the kick to the face, the DDT on the floor. Kazarian is on Dream Street. You see the look of elation.
Out of 5 from the official.
Alex Shelley pleased with that, but they got to get this one back in the ring.
Well, you got to believe neither man wants a count-out victory, a disqualification victory. They want to win via pinfall or submission. They want to do this the right way.
Absolutely. This is all about pride. Pride as a performer, pride as a competitor, pride as a professional wrestler.
Oh, it's Sabin caught by the cutter. Cover. No!
1 millisecond away.
One more look at this. Kazarian finally caught Sabin a little overzealous, and the cutter delivered by Kaz, but it wasn't enough.
It's no shame, Sabin. This is my match. I'm here to win, you son of a bitch.
I might have said it's about professional pride, but it's getting a little bit personal for Kaz. Said this was my match.
When you get this deep into a matchup, you've known each other this long, the competitive juices start flowing, the adrenaline is flowing. Oh, wait a minute!
Looking for the cradle shock.
Cradle shock! Cradle shock! Cover! Oh, no!
What?
Kaz kicked out!
Take a look at this. It was the cradle shock from Chris Sabin, and then 1, 2, and a last-second kick out by Frankie Kazarian somehow, some way.
What a matchup.
And you have to wonder what's going through the head of Chris Sabin right now. He hit cradle shock. How many athletes, how many wrestlers has he put away with that move?
Sabin going up top. Oh, a Kazarian into the ropes. Either by accident or by instinct.
Maybe a sign of frustration, a slight sign of desperation. Looking for whatever advantage he can get.
Oh, now Kazarian going after Sabin. Superplex! Oh, wait! Oh, kick out! Sabin somehow held on, turned it into a pinning opportunity, and Kaz kicked out.
The presence of mind of Chris Sabin to take the impact of that superplex, but get his legs in position to hook Kazarian in that small package. That is the mind of a pro wrestler. And now nose to nose. Two bulls giving their best shot. The fight is on.
Kazarian and Sabin, two Impact originals, giving it all they've got.
Wailing with every ounce of energy they have left, holding on to each other just to stand.
Oh, kick right to the face.
But Sabin's back up.
Kick to Kazarian.
And the emotion on Chris Sabin says it all.
Going for the clothesline from Hell, Michigan. German suplex.
He's back up.
Clothesline from Hell, Michigan.
And then looking to close it all out.
Going for it again. Cradle shock. Cradle shock. Sabin beats Kazarian.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Chris Sabin.
What a match. What a moment.
Tonight, it will be Chris Sabin's hand raised in victory. But if you ask me, all of us here in attendance, all of you watching at home, are the winners for this incredible main event.
Take a look back here at the conclusion of this matchup. The second cradle shot delivered by Chris Sabin and ultimately ended the match for Frankie Kazarian. Sabin, your winner. Years of battles, of friendship, of competition.
And despite the hard-fought battle, an ultimate sign of respect from Sabin to Kazarian.
Respect is eternal. What an effort tonight between Kazarian and Sabin. Thank you all for joining us this evening here on Access TV.